Hello friends, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy. In 2019, there was an article on CNBC. It mentioned that passive investing automatically tracking indices now controls nearly half the US stock market. Just to give you an idea, 10 years ago, passive investment in USA was only 25% of total investment. Now you would be thinking, why am I even talking about the US market when we are investing in India? The reason is that the Indian stock market is eventually going to follow the US market, and 10-15 years down the line, passive investment would control majority of investment in the Indian stock market as well. In fact, as per latest report, 86% of Indian large cap funds have underperformed their benchmark for 1 year period ending June 2021. It basically means that there are very high chances that the large cap active fund you have invested in would not be able to generate higher return than its benchmark. Just a few years ago, people had no clue about passive investment in India. But today, it is already a buzzword. In fact, the new age AMCs like Sachin Bansal's Navi Mutual Fund is focused only on passive funds. And it is just the beginning. I'm not sure if you are aware, but Zerodha has recently received the license to run the AMC. And it is also focused only on passive funds. Now, if you are someone who has recently started investing in equities, then there are chances that you probably don't even know what passive investment is. And even if you understand what passive investment is, you would be probably confused between the difference between index fund and ETF. So in this video, I'll explain what exactly is passive investment and what are the similarities between index fund and ETF and what are the differences between index fund and ETF. Finally, we would conclude which is the best investment option between both. By the way, I also have a complete course on money management where you can learn everything about active versus passive mutual fund, how mutual fund work, how to build a right mutual fund portfolio, along with how to do stock fundamental analysis and every aspect of money management, including insurance, tax planning, etc. Alright, let's get started. In passive investment, you invest in funds that would simply replicate an index. Unlike your active mutual fund, where the fund manager actively buys and sells stocks to generate higher return, the passive investment would simply replicate an index. This replication would be done on basis of weightage of stock in the index by free float market cap. For example, if HDFC Bank has a weightage of 10% in Nifty, then out of rupees 100, the fund manager would invest rupees 10 in HDFC Bank. Likewise, the allocation in all 50 stocks in Nifty 50 would be done on the basis of their weightage in Nifty. These passive funds that replicate an index are also known as index funds. In fact, even the ETF, that is exchange traded funds, also does the same thing, although they are slightly different from index fund. We'll look into the difference between index fund and ETF separately. Now you would be wondering, why would someone invest in index funds and ETF, right? Why not invest in active funds? The reason is simple. Active funds charges high fees, that is expense ratio, to manage the fund. And the ultimate goal of active fund is to beat the benchmark. However, due to high expense ratio, the overall return from the fund gets reduced. For example, if you invest in an active mutual fund that has 1% fee, that is expense ratio, and the fund has generated, let's say, 12% return in a year, then your effective return would be 11% as 1% is deducted as fund house fee. By the way, this 1% expense ratio is not deducted by the end of the year. It is deducted every day in equal proportion. So 1% divided by 365 days is deducted each day. Also, the fact that there is no guarantee that active funds would be able to beat the benchmark by actively buying and selling stocks. In fact, in developed countries like USA, the majority of active funds are not able to beat the benchmark or index fund, and hence people are shifting to passive investment via index fund and ETF that has a very low cost. Now there are different types of index funds and ETF. For example, you have Sensex based index fund and ETF, Nifty 50 based index fund and ETF, Nifty Next 50 based index fund and ETF. Likewise, Nifty Mid Cap based index fund and ETF, Nifty Small Cap based index fund and ETF, etc. Then you also have sectoral or theme based index fund and ETF. For example, bank index fund and ETF, healthcare based index fund and ETF, etc. Then you also have index fund and ETF that replicate the US stock market like Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500. If you look at the similarity between index fund and ETF, first similarity is both provide diversification. Both index fund and ETFs invest in a bunch of stock rather than a single stock. For example, Nifty 50 based index fund and ETF would invest in top 50 companies of India as per their market cap. Now this provides a very good diversification where your money is invested across 50 companies from different sectors. This provides a very good diversification and reduces your overall volatility. Second similarity is both automatically rebalances portfolio as per index. The best part with index fund and ETF is that they are dynamic in nature and automatically rebalances the portfolio as per your index movement. For example, if a stock doesn't perform well for a period of time, it gets kicked out of the index, and the stock performing well gets entry into the index. Accordingly, the index funds and ETFs buy and sell stock as per the entry and exit from the index. Although this activity happens once in 3-4 months. Then third similarity is both have low cost structure. Both index fund and ETFs have a very low cost structure, since the fund manager has to simply replicate the index without applying too much brain. Hence the charges or the expense ratio of index fund and ETF are much lower than the active funds. For example, while active mutual fund charges expense ratio in the range of 0.5% to 1.5%, index fund and ETF expense ratio is in the range of 0.1% to 0.2%. Due to that, the maximum returns generated are passed on to the investor. Next similarity is both have returns similar to index. Since index fund and ETFs replicate the index, the returns are also similar to index. For example, an index fund or ETF replicating Sensex would give similar return as that of Sensex, although this return would slightly vary from fund to fund due to tracking error. This tracking error is mainly due to fund house fee and due to rebalancing of stocks. Next is similar taxation. Both index fund and ETFs have similar tax structure where they charge flat 15% capital gain tax if you sell the equity based index fund and ETF within 1 year, and 10% tax on profit above 1 lakh if sold after 1 year of purchase. Now some of the example of index fund include UTI Nifty Index Fund, SDFC Nifty 50 Index Fund, Axis Nifty 100 Index Fund, etc. Some of the example of ETF include Nippon ETF Nifty Bees, Nippon ETF Junior Bees, SBI ETF Nifty 50, etc. Although both index fund and ETFs replicate the index, the key difference between index fund and ETF is that index funds are traded like mutual fund, whereas ETFs are traded like stocks. It means you can buy and sell ETF multiple times a day just like a stock, whereas you can't buy and sell mutual funds multiple times a day. The next difference is that you don't need a demat account and trading account for investing in an index fund. However, you need a demat and trading account to invest in ETFs. Now, if you are a long-term investor and willing to invest in passive funds, then it doesn't matter whether you choose index fund or ETF, as both essentially replicate an index and have similar cost structure. And since both replicate the index, the returns would also be similar for index fund and ETF replicating the same index. They would even have the same tax structure on capital gain. However, if you are interested in trading, then ETFs are preferred as you can't trade mutual funds. However, when you invest in ETF, make sure there is enough trading volume for that ETF, that is, there are enough buyer and seller for the ETF, so that when you want to buy the ETF, you can find the seller, and when you want to sell the ETF, you can find a buyer. So in this video, we discussed what exactly is passive investment and the key difference between index fund and ETF. I hope now you have a good clarity on this topic. So tell me in the comments if you invest in active mutual funds or passive mutual fund or mix of both. Also, within passive fund, do you prefer index fund or ETF? I'll see you in another video. Till then, take care.